What's up, traders? So, Tim here at Volatility Trading, and I have something being brought to you today. It's something that you guys have seen me use on the channel, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, and it's something that you'll see me use here on the channel. That is no other than TraderSync. And first things first, if you're only here for the discount, that will be down in the description below. Feel free to take advantage of that. But if you're here to kind of see what TraderSync is all about, that's going to be what we're getting into. So, with that said, let's get to it. All right, so if you want, try this thing out for 7 days. No credit card required, as you can see right here. You're going to see how I use this, but if at any point in time you want to dive absolutely as deep as possible into TraderSync, go over to their website. They have tutorials, they have demos, they have everything, because TraderSync goes to levels that I feel I will never use, but they are available for you because me personally, as a day trader, someone who does not swing trade, there's a lot of options in there for swing traders, long-term investors. There's options for a lot of different styles of trading, and I just want to be upfront with that because the way that I trade is not going to be the way that you probably trade. So I might keep a journal a lot differently than you would keep a journal. So keep that in mind as I'm going through this. So if at any point in time you feel like I might have missed something, or you're curious if it does something that I didn't mention, go over to the TraderSync website. They have demos, they have all of that good stuff. But again, if you're here for that discount as well, make sure you click that link down below. It helps support the channel. I do very much appreciate that. So with that said, let's jump over to the dashboard. Now keep in mind, this also is a demo. This is not my actual account, because or actual journal. This is something I feel is a little bit more interesting to look at. It has more things to look at, as well as far as the setups and whatnot, because I do have setups and I do have a lot of these things incorporated into my journal as well, but it's a little bit more simplistic, again, because I don't necessarily look for all of these things in my trading. So again, here's the dashboard. It's pretty awesome looking, right? That's the first thing we notice. Like, how awesome does this thing just look? It's amazing to look at. It's very modern, and I just absolutely love that. It makes me want to come to my journal every day. It's easy to look at. It's feature rich, which we're going to get into, and it's fun. It's actually fun to journal when I come in and mess around with this. It's like you can always find ways to improve your trading by going back and looking at your progress, and maybe lack of progress for that matter. So here on the main screen, you'll see the main things we have here. You have your win percentage, average return, profit factor, accumulation. We can also change a lot of these. So if we come over here to one of these and hit manage widgets, you will see that you can get rid of a lot of these over here, and you can also add them. You can also, as you can see, hide. You can put them on the left column. You can put them on the right. That's for over there. And then up here, you can drag these around. You can do all kinds of different things with these. So as well, you only get 4 of these up top. If you want to get rid of one and add a different one, like say you're not really too worried about what your average return is, you want to keep your profit factor. Say you want to know what, just if you want to have your lose percentage up here as well, you'd actually have to get rid of one of these to add another one, because again, you can only have 4 up here. So you would just click here and you have a multitude of ones to choose from this. So if we want to find out what our wins number is, say like over the course of how many trades, you can see down here at the bottom, we have 331 trades. So we can see that out of that, we've won 186 of those 331, which gives us our 56.53%. And again, you could just anything. If you want to just know how many trades you've taken at any given time, you can change this to whatever you want, and it's just gonna, again, customizable, very customizable. And same thing down here. The columns that you see here, we have status, we have open date, symbol, entry price, exit price, return, side, setups, hold time. And again, what I want to see on this could be something completely different that you want to see. So again, whether it's up here and you want to have 4 different things up top there, or you want to have a bunch of different ones down here, and this one you can actually have as many as you want. This is a screen space thing. So if you want to start adding away with average buy, average sell, close date, close time, and commission, and then hit save, you'll see it starts to squeeze all these in there. And obviously the more screen space you have, the more things you could actually fit in there, if that's something that you're interested in. And obviously, if you want to get rid of them, you just come back in and start unchecking them to make it look a little bit cleaner, which is actually what I do. And yeah, I don't really have too many things on here. I just like to see my setup. I like to see when I got in, when I got out. I actually like to have the average price as well, so I know when I look at the chart where my average was. So again, it's very customizable, and it's also very up to you what you want to see on your journal. That's the beauty of this. It's not here's what we have, this is what you get. It's here's what we have. You can change it exactly to your liking. So this is basically the dashboard, and like I said, you can put all kinds of different things up here, and this is all stuff, again, if you want to know more about each specific thing, I highly recommend going over to TraderSync's website and giving it a look there. I'm just more so giving you a brief overview, as well as just telling you kind of what I look for as far as when I use it on a daily basis. So just to let you guys know, the way that mine's set up here is I also have the loss percent, and I just have the profit factor over here, and that's exactly how mine is. And then we have the filters. So at any given time, there's a little bit of a shortcut for the symbols. If I want to look at only trades where I've taken SQBG, I can click on it on the dashboard main page there, and you'll see it adds the filter right here, and it will bring up anytime I've traded SQBG. You can do it by any symbol. You just come up here, you can click symbol and type it in up there as well. You can do it by setup. Now, these are all setups that you can enter in as you go, which I'll show you here in a second when we go in depth on a single trade. You can do it by side, long or short, any mistakes that you may have made. You can do it by status, which is break even, loss, open, or win. Portfolio, that's self-explanatory. That's your portfolio that you have overall. You can do it by date, which is something that I like to do. Sometimes I'll be testing strategies and I'll be doing it from a certain date. So I would like to know how my trading has been from this date to that date, and I can look at it that way. That's something that I use a lot. And then there's a bunch of different ones. If you hit more, there's entry price all the way down. You can break it down by the hour if you really want to. So with that said, let's go into an actual SQBG trade here. And as we scroll down, you're going to see a bunch of different things. We'll start from the top. Obviously, this is like your brief overall summary of the actual trade that took place. Right under that are the actual orders to make that trade happen. And then these targets and stop losses do not come in here default. These are what you put in after the trade has been taken. So this is something I don't use at all, because as a day trader, like I said before, I can be in and out of trades in 10 seconds. So I'm not going to exactly get into a trade, load it into my journal, put in a target price and a stop loss, and then go back to trying to trade, right? I'm going to actually make the trade and then load this in later. So the targets and stop losses for me, this is something that I would not use. But again, if you're a swing trader, a long-term investor, this is something that could be used very well. Now, because this is a demo, for some reason, that all is not coming up on the charts. Okay, so real quick, obviously you're going to see an edit there. I wanted to go over so I could show you this, but for some reason the demo is not allowing me to show you the actual orders on the chart, as well as the stop loss lines and the target lines. But this is what it would look like on your chart. I took a trade here on Myrna this morning. As you can see, I went short into this nice pop. And as you can see, my stop loss, as it started to come back down, I put it in where high of day would have been, and we had a take profit. I mean, granted, this take profit wasn't real. I just put it in here to kind of show you a possible line. And yeah, so you'll see the actual trades with the arrows on the chart, as well as the target lines that you put in up here on your targets and stop losses right here. And then if you want to type in a setup, you'll see a bunch of my different setups that I've typed in here, as well as mistakes, and you can enter those there, or you could actually type in a new one, just to show you. Like, you could just label it, you could, just whatever you want to do, you just type it in there. On the chart itself, which is pretty cool, if you come here to the settings icon, you can actually get rid of the flags if you don't like them, and get rid of the sell flags. You can actually make it so that it doesn't show these targets and stops as well, but obviously who wants that? They look really pretty. So yes, I use the word pretty. They teamed up with TradingView, as you can see down here, which is really nice because TradingView charts are really awesome, and they give us a really good picture of the charts. Again, just with the theme that they have going on, it's absolutely amazing. And as well, on the chart, you can change it from 1 minute, you can change it 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, have all of that. If you want to add some indicators, you can do that as well. These are all features that they've been adding as we've been going with TraderSync. Just absolutely amazing. They're on top. They are on top of their game. They're constantly working on improving this. So what you might get today might not even be the final product. It's just they're always improving, which is very nice. So back over to the demo here, and as you can see here on the trade chart, it's the same thing. Just for some reason, it's not letting me get the stop losses and targets on there. If you scroll down, you also have a screenshots. You can go ahead and actually add any kind of charts in there. I like to do this as well, just to see, again, they're going to be on the charts here, but if you like to show something specific, like screenshots that you take throughout the day, just to really get a better picture of what you were looking at, you can go ahead and add those in here. Just click add image and you can add it in there. I'll just add a random one just so you can see. This was actually a trade on PDD that we took today. We were pretty early, and yeah, that one wasn't too fancy. But then obviously that's not the right ticker. But and then down here, the last section on this is the notes section, and I use this a lot. This is where you can put in what you were thinking throughout the trade. You can put in just anything that you thought you saw, something you missed, a mistake you made, something that you should have done that you didn't, just whatever it may be. This is where you would put your notes, and it's really nice to have this section as well. So it's really a full breakdown of one specific trade, and this is just so detailed that it's impossible not to like this, right? Like, look at all these statistics. Now think of somebody that just trades and doesn't do this, right? You're never going to have all this information. You can't store all of this information in the back of your head. So if we go back to the dashboard, that was just one trade out of 331 trades that are logged in here. And you can't tell me that being able to just dive deep into one specific trade well after the fact, like say 2 months from now, I want to look back on a specific strategy that I traded and I wanted to see how it's doing. I could just come up here to setup, click bull flag, and every time I trade a bull flag, let's try a contract winner. I think that one has a little bit more. So every time there was a contract winner, you'll see that there was 84 of them. I can come in here, I can see how many I won, I can see how many I lost, I can see what my return is when I'm trading just those. It's just so beneficial to be able to see the different setups like that. You can start to concentrate on those specific setups that are actually working. Speaking of which, if you go to reports, we'll go to overview first. But that actually made me think of something else. In here, you can see your overall timeline. You can have it as a bar chart. You can have it as a line chart, whichever tickles your fancy. You can do it by the last 90 days. You can do it by the last 60, 30, or for the lifetime. If you scroll down, it'll show you all of these different things. Again, these are things that I'll just scroll down so you can see that they're in here, but it's something that is very customizable to you. If we go, what I was going to get at reports, if we go down to setups, this is actually really cool because it will take all of your setups and it'll show you which ones are profitable, which ones are not. And this will give you an idea of what you should probably be trading. So as you can see here, contract winner is by far the one that we profit the most on. Multi-month breakout, earnings winner, and volume gainer seem to be the ones that we're winning. So gap and fill, morning breakout, dip buy, and news hype seem to be ones that are losers most of the, on average. So what does that tell us? It tells us that we should probably focus on this. Now, how is this beneficial, right? Obviously, it's beneficial because we can see that we are much better at trading certain setups. But say for gap and fill, you had the best trade of your life one day, and you think that you're really good at gap and fills. So you keep trading gap and fills, but over time, you end up losing the most amount of money on gap and fills. But you had your best winner ever on it, so you think that you're really good at trading them, when in reality, if you never have a journal, you'd never be able to see such a huge difference between gap and fill and contract winner. So having this printed out right in front of your face is a great way for you to understand what's working and what's not working. That's the whole point of a journal in the first place. It's to document your journey, learn from your trades, and move forward with them. So it's so invaluable. I get so excited about this stuff because ever since I started journaling my trades, it's really helped me understand what I'm bad at and what I'm, better at. I'm not going to say I'm great at anything because I'm not the best trader. If you follow my journey, I feel like we're finally starting to get there, but that's not the point. But journaling has had a ton to do with it. It is something that is so valuable that I can't imagine trading without it at this point. So reports, you can break this down by hourly, weekday, monthly price, volume, symbols. Again, you can see all the different things. It just gets so in depth. You can do pretty much anything. Trades, this is just if you want to go into your specific trades. It's pretty much just like the dashboard, but without all the extra widgets. And then you can come in here to like performance evaluator, which is actually pretty cool. You can pretty much do what we just did, but you can do it by volume, you can do it by entry price, day, month, hour. You can do it by mistakes or setup. So like, let's look at contract winner and earnings winner, and let's find the news hype as well. Well, news hype, there's only a couple there. Let's try the morning breakout. So what this is basically telling you is that this contracts winner, it may have one of the higher dollar amounts in winnings, but look at the chart, right? This is not a steady progressive uptrend, right? It's very choppy. But if we go over here to the morning breakouts, it's about the same amount in wins, but look at the trend that we're on, right? So in reality, you might be making more, say, with just the contract winners, which isn't the case here, but if you were, but it goes to show you that maybe the morning breakouts are where you should put most of your focus, because that seems to be what works the best. So this is pretty cool with the evaluator. And again, you can do this by setups, mistakes. You can do it by anything. You can see what your best day is. It's really cool how you can just come in here and start checking things and start to see, again, what you're good at and what you're bad at, what you should be focusing on and what you should probably stop focusing on. And that is the beauty of this. They have the simulator as well, which is kind of the same thing. You can come in here and you can start to say, well, what if I only took trades between $0 and $1.99, or $50 and $100? What if I only took trades from $2 to $5? Or actually, this was share size, sorry, up here on volume. Entry price was down here. All the same thing, but you can start to say, if I only take trades, you could do it by month, you can do it by day. Like if I only took trades on Monday, where would it put me? And as you can see, we wouldn't be making as much money. What if I did them on Monday and Thursday? So according to this, I could have made the same amount of money if I only traded on Monday and Thursday versus if I traded every day of the week, right? What if I added Monday, Thursday, Wednesday, and Thursday? I would actually make less money. Let's get rid of Wednesday and hit Friday. We would actually make a lot less money. So Friday obviously isn't a good day. So as you can see, coming in here and just clicking, like what if I only trade from 9 to 11? And as you can see, that would actually be pretty good. So the purple line is what really happened, and then the green is the simulated, right? So you can come in here and you can see, well, what if I only traded doing this? Like, what if I only traded the contract winners? Look at that. If I only traded contract winners on or between 9, 10, or between 9 and 12 on Monday and Thursday, look how much money, like it says, I would make if I only traded that specific time frame, those specific parameters. Sorry, I'm catching myself on my words here. But yeah, so that is the beauty of this. You can really come in here and you can just mess around with it. You can really learn more about yourself than you ever thought possible. You can sit here and be like, man, maybe it's like you don't want to believe it. Be like, what do you mean? I'm a bad trader on Friday? Like, I feel like I make money on Friday. Well, you might make money on Friday, but you take a lot of losses on Friday too that are stopping you from your overall equity curve, right? So that's kind of the whole point of the simulator. And believe it or not, I mean, again, TraderSync's website, if you have any specific questions or you want to watch the demo tutorials, I highly recommend going there. I just kind of scratched the surface. There's so much more to this, but it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I've been using it for over a year now, and I can't imagine not using it. Just everything there is about it just screams awesome. Between being feature rich, between being just so modern looking, just all the widgets, just everything about it, just I love it. And that's why I absolutely believe that anyone who wants to take trading seriously needs TraderSync, because you need a journal, right? And if you need a journal, it might as well be TraderSync, because it's the best of the best, and they're only constantly improving, and they're going to be the best journal available. So You know what that usually means down the line. They might end up raising prices. So, take advantage of it while you can. And that's all I got for you. So don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. You can find me in my Discord as well. I answer every single comment, so feel free to ask away. And again, if you want that discount, it's down in the description. Click it. Supports the channel, supports me, obviously, and obviously will give you a discount as well, and we all win, because who doesn't want TraderSync at this point, right? So with that said, I'll see you guys around and hopefully in the Discord. And until I see you again, peace.